of Exodus, and we continue the story. So when the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, God supernaturally provided for them. Chapter 16, they were provided with bread from heaven, manna. Chapter 17, God provided water for them. See how God loves them. He took care of them supernaturally. And then they had an encounter with Amalekites, and Israel defeated them. Remember what we said? These are a bunch of slaves. They're not warriors. They're not prepared. But they were able to defeat the Amalekites. Imagine the provision and the protection that God is giving them. And then they have squabbles. They have fights. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, was able to give a very wise advice to Moses, and judges were actually picked from among the leaders of Israel. Chapter 19, Israel arrived at Mount Sinai. And then Mount Sinai will become a very, very important place, because on that mountain, God will give to Moses the 10 Commandments. On chapter 20, the 10 Commandments will be enumerated. And what's the importance of 10 Commandments? It's important because this is where God sets the rules. You see, our principle here is that following God is entering a relationship with Him. A relationship that is built on love and a pursuit of a life that is pleasing to Him. See, it's different from being enslaved by a master, by a king like Pharaoh. Yes, following God because He's a king is also a life of service. Remember what I said, either you fight against God or you fight for God. So when you fight for God, yes, you serve God, yes, you serve Christ, but you are not enslaved. It's different because it's a relationship. And relationship is always built on love. That's why chapter 20, the 10 Commandments, what is God's very first command? I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. He is introducing Himself, out of the house of slavery. Verse 3, you shall have no other gods before me. Verse 4, you shall not make for yourself a carved image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, that is, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You will not bow down to them or serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God. See, the wording here really indicates that what Israel is getting into is not servitude, it's relationship. And it's very important for us to understand that. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers and the children to the third and the fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing steadfast love to thousands of those who love me and keep my commandments. God is saying, I love you, I have saved you. Now my command to you is, you love me and obey my commandments. A relationship goes that way. It's always mutual. I love you, you love me. It sounds like a Barney song, but I love you, you love me. That's how a relationship is built. And when you love a person, you actually try to pursue a life that will please that other person. When that other person is sad, you don't want that. So you will do what makes that person happy. And God, basically the remaining of the 10 Commandments, after the 10 Commandments, God will give more laws. There are laws about the altars. Chapter 21, there are laws about slaves. Chapter 22 covers laws about restitution. And then there are even laws about social justice, which is actually good, to verse 23. And then there are laws about Sabbaths and festivals. And so many laws. But those laws, basically, it's like relationship rules. They define what makes the other party happy, what makes God happy. And God is saying, if you want to be in a relationship with me, I'm going to tell you, these are the things that I like, these are the things I don't like. I like these things. Will you please do this for me? Because if you do them, it will make me happy. Because God has been providing and protecting the Israelites. He said first that I'm the Lord your God who took you out of Egypt, out of slavery. That means I saved you first. I loved you first. I provided for you. I provided food. I provided water. I gave you protection. I'm doing what makes you happy. Now, if you love me, if you really want me, if you really want to be in this relationship, will you do these things that will make me happy? Laws will only become burdensome if we see them as things that, I don't want to do that. You know, laws are burdensome if you don't love the person who gives them. But if you love the person who gives those rules, it's no problem. You will do those things because you know it will make the other person happy.